Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D?
And then I ate that sandwich.
That
and
ham
it was really good.
was still eating that ham sandwich.
Welcome to the party, and thank you for joining us on D20 The Curtain, where Oklahoma theater geeks hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. How's everybody doing? All right. We're going to welcome back our friend and colleague, Miss Susan Riley. How you doing, Miss Susan?
Good. I'm so excited to be here.
We're glad to have you back. I'm curious to see where this arc goes, and you're our guinea pig guest player, so
lucky you.
You're already showing that you're awesome.
Sorry about the violence. Sorry I tried to Karate Kid you.
I'm jumpy. It worked.
Sweep the leg.
Let me introduce the crew. I'm Jerome. I'm your dungeon master.
I'm Timothy, and I'm Allie.
Oh, gosh. I'm Karen. I play Nesrin.
I'm Jennifer, and I play Eula. And I'm Jody, and I play Lapis.
And Jade is, of course, Jade and Jared are still out, but we're sending our love to his family and to him, and we hope to have him back in the adventure soon. In the meantime, we're going to get to our story in just a few moments, but before we do that, we have a few announcements to make. Let's see. Jennifer, what do you got?
I'd like to shout out Bohemi Mama for rating and reviewing us on iTunes. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, we're glad that people are checking out D&D too.
I want to give a huge shout out to Act Now 79. You are awesome. Keep up the good work. Whoop, whoop.
Like a teacher.
Mira's precious, but I think we found out the source.
It's just Susan. And a huge shout out to Like a Dungeon Dragon. I don't do it any justice.
Like a Dungeon Dragon.
Like a Dungeon Dragon. 2 exclamation points because one must have been taken. Thanks so much for liking us, subscribing, giving us a little shout out and love. We appreciate it. And to the rest of y'all listening, share, spread the word. That's the best way to get this out there. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family's family.
Please tell me that was Busta. Please tell me that was Busta Rhymes sending us a message. That would be
Your family's family.
Nikki.
It's Nikki.
I stop it.
Nikki.
Yes, we also want to take a moment to thank Mr. Kevin MacLeod. We are so lucky to be able to use his incredible library of music, and we think you will find it just as amazing as we have. Please check out his expansive library at incompetech.filmmusic.io.
Yes, Kev.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah,
That's new.
fancy. Yeah,
Wow.
Now it's filmmusic.io. It's a different looking website too now.
That's the future, folks.
Yeah, I don't even know what an IO is anymore. It's all.
I know what an IOU is, but no.
Is that a mom joke?
Yeah, it was.
Jared's gone. Somebody's got to
Somebody's going to make them.
Yeah.
We also like to take a moment to thank our friends at the Pollard Theater Company for all of their support of the D20 The Curtain podcast. The Pollard Theater Company, check out their new video series, Pollard Theater, Plugged In, Pollard Theater, Experience Inspiration. I think that's all I have on my list. How are we doing?
That
We're
sounds
good.
good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's bring the curtain up. The party says its goodbyes to Seraphimia Hillgarden as her funeral pyre burns. Jade prepares to escort his fellow monk, Nassim Waladra, to Green Est for medical care, and then secretly to track the raiders in hopes of learning the whereabouts of their teacher, Leosin Erlanthar. Upon realizing Jade's goals, the remainder of the party secures the farm and gathers what they can before they, led by Eula, follow the tracks of the raiding party. The trail leads them to signs of a campfire within a dense wood in the southern reaches of the green fields. While Allie, Nesrin, and Eula make their way not so silently towards the fire, Lapis remains outside the wood, where she meets a human woman called Mirabelle. The two try to remain cordial while they seek to determine their trustworthiness, but Lapis's frustration with the elusive Mira leads to a physical confrontation and the discovery that Mirabelle is far more capable than her innocent voice and manner would suggest. The escalation of aggression between the two women is halted when the sound of Allie is heard, clearly alerting all to their presence, and the concerned Jade appears to Lapis and Mira from within the wood itself. What would you like to do?
Move forward.
Do we see anything? How close are we?
Have we arrived at the fire yet?
all three of you, again, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh,
Come on, stealth.
As you're creeping forward to see if you can look through
Motherfucker.
the trees.
Thunder,
I don't know how
save
that-
me, guidance.
Oh, that would be a natural 20 plus 4.
24.
I'm coming through
Okay.
like mist.
5.
18.
Okay.
See
you
why
say
I wanted
5?
that? Yes, 5.
Buying you a new dice set.
Uh-oh.
Next time you're hanging out with Lapis.
That's why I wanted to pass without a trace before we left.
I didn't realize you didn't have stealth.
You don't. Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
like,
want to
well,
waste
okay.
pass without
So
a
you
trace.
you three are making your final approach to see into this clearing. You can tell that this fire is from preparing of food. It doesn't take much to smell the aromas coming from this clearing of trees. But as you are creeping in, low stepping, just to get a glimpse of what is beyond in this outcropping alley, ducking down, trips and falls to the ground.
So there's those coattails.
his long coat catching under his feet. He stops, as do the rest of you. As you hear, I hear something. I hear something.
At least went full Lord of the Rings.
And a second voice says, "Then go look."
Charge me? Another charge?
Go look, or perhaps I'll find some reason to do away with you. There's a moment of silence as you hear the sniffling sound and breathing of a creature approaching the area where you three are hunkered down. Sniffs into the air, trying to locate the source. I need you all to make another stealth check.
Lathander,
Jesus.
guide me.
And I'm going to roll against you.
Thunder guide me.
21.
13.
8.
Jesus.
Timmy, I don't think Lathander likes us. I'm thinking maybe not blessing my die. I think Lathander is actually cursing my dice.
I need to embrace my demon.
Yours was an 8.
Yes, it was.
All right. All right.
What's the average? 15.
The kobold comes into the space smelling. The scent of the three of you
15, I was right.
trying to locate what it is he senses about the space that's different. He takes his weapon and presses through the foliage. Doesn't get a response as you all hunker down. Allie, having fallen into brush, this smell of leaves and grass and wood in his nose as he starts to build up these in his face. And it becomes one of those internal sneezes that doesn't quite come out, but it does make a sound. The creature shifts quickly and pulls into the space with Eula and Nesrin split on either side where he enters into the clearing, and its head protruding right over Allie. It looks about from side to side and then retracts back into the space.
Something out there. Maybe go look. You go look.
Didn't you look?
You go.
I don't have time to run your errands. I'm going to eat my meal and get my rest. And between them, they start to bicker. But you've been heard. I'm going to leave you guys for a moment as we return to the perimeter of the wood. Jade standing between glaring Lapis and Mira, who surprisingly still seems, in good spirits, even though Daniel's son just tried to clip her. What would you guys like to do?
Without taking my eyes off Mira, I'm going to say, Jade, we found you.
Yes, and I'm glad you did. I could not wait on you. I have tracked these people here.
What people?
They are perhaps more of the cultists from last night, but I believe they are not very good at their jobs. And he takes note of Mira. I am Jade. Forgive my appearance. And you notice as he steps close enough to you, you see that he has very smooth skin, his face almost unnaturally smooth. While there is a slight bluish gray tint to him, you notice that he is almost, the best way to reference it is he looks like CGI. He holds a staff with him. Go ahead and make a nature check. Mira.
4.
Welcome to the party.
You have no idea what you're looking at. This is not a human. This is not even a creature that you would have seen in your lifetime. But you're dazzled by how odd he looks.
I'm Mira. Nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you, Mira. And he takes note of your kind of astonishment and lowers his head and lifts his hood upon it. Forgive me. I wish I could explain, but now is not the time. We can either learn from this group or we can retreat and I can tell you what I know. I think the sound coming from within the forest is us. I assume Eula and Nesrin and Ali are with you.
Yes, they are, and you can only imagine that sound of clanking is coming from them. But this one snuck up upon me, and I'm not quite sure that I believe she is who she says she is.
These people that you've seen, tell me about them.
They are kobold, and I believe they are the cultists that attacked the keep in Green Nest. They have no one else with them. I believe they are stragglers. They talked of a rear guard. I think these would be easy to take, but I am not certain how much information they might have.
Is this your family, Mira?
No, I wonder if these are the ones that attacked us.
Tell me more of your family, quickly.
They're like me. I have a mother and a father and a sister, and we were traveling with some friends. We didn't know the friends very well. They were friends of the family, but they were off on their own. And we were all together. And then something happened and we were separated.
What happened?
We were attacked in the middle of the road.
These kobolds.
I don't know who attacked us. I was
Jade
left.
kind of watches like a tennis match.
Jade.
Forgive me, if that sound was Ali's swords, then now perhaps is not the time. I think we should go and get our siblings.
Jade, you're better at judging people than I. So if you...
And Jade
Mira.
takes off into the woods. Like he takes off.
I follow him.
He's so deft and so dexterous. The minute he vanishes into the woods, you almost don't hear him. You follow him immediately. Mira, do you follow?
Yes.
I need the both of you to make a dexterity, a stealth check.
Stealth. 21.
Oh, I have to roll it with disadvantage.
You
don't
do.
I? Damn it. 13.
Okay.
Still better than mine.
Better than Allie.
Yeah, I know.
The two of you follow into the woods. Jade is literally kind of cakewalking on the ground, his staff at his side in a horizontal position. He's kind of using the staff to help him get through the foliage, and he leads the way. There's a couple of moments where you almost lose sight of him, but you maintain a close eye as best you can. And after a moment or two, he pulls into a short cropping of trees and turns back, holding his hand up, indicating with his fingers that he hears sounds both in front of him directly and to his immediate left. In this instance, he indicates to Lapis, stay, and then tells Mira, follow. And he waits for your acknowledgement. Do you do it?
Yes.
And he leads ahead. You guys are making your way kind of in a circuitous route around where you know the camps to be, Mira. There are elevations in this outcropping, so you could get a higher position. You instantly recognize what he's doing. You're able to look down slightly into the space where the kobold and humans seem to be, and then start to look about to see if you can locate something else. And he indicates to you to look to see if you can see anything. Go ahead and make a perception check, Mira.
12.
12. You can see from where you are that there are 3 hunkered bodies just to the north of where the kobolds and humans are. You don't recognize any of these people because you weren't able to see get a very good look, but from what you can survey, you would have a pretty good vantage point to make an open-ended attack on the kobolds and human. And he says, what do you think we should do?
Are any of these your friends?
And he puts his head down for a second. These are my brothers and sisters.
And you trust them?
With my life, as I do Lapis. Have you been following these people?
I've observed them.
Would it be best to approach them directly? Or should we get my siblings and go?
I don't think these are the wisest of people. It might be a chance to get answers.
I see. Then perhaps we shall directly assault them and hope my siblings will follow.
Do you think this is a good idea?
I don't know. This is why I am asking you. And he counts. And he says, I see at least 3 humans and at least 6 kobolds. I cannot see beyond the clearing, but without the ability to make them stealthy, I do not think my siblings will be able to make it to us unassisted.
Can we create a distraction to get them out?
Perhaps I could run off in the opposite direction, lead them after me if you can get my siblings out. There is a chance that I could be caught, however, as could you.
Would your siblings even trust me?
Eula, she is a cleric of Latanda. Speak to this, and she may follow you. I don't think they have a choice, however.
A cleric of Lathander. All right, if you think this is what we should do.
And Jade, looking through the eyes of the dungeon master, is like, so you gonna put this back on me?
Are you there? Woo!
Jade is like, okay, I will make my way to the other side of that camp, and you make your way to my siblings.
What happens if you get caught?
You hear me? I'll need help.
So I'm assuming I can't hear any of this. I'm too far away.
You can't hear a word of this.
Okay. Can I see them?
No, you can't see them.
Okay.
You can't see them.
So I'm just standing there in the woods.
You're just standing there in the woods trying not to make any noise. In fact, I'm going to have you go ahead and make another stealth check, Lapis.
Oh, no.
You can make it at advantage because you're not going anywhere.
Okay, I can make it as
You're just kind of noises. You're just kind of noisy. So
I can
you're
make
gonna
it
get a straight roll. Yeah, you get an advantage to just a straight roll. You're just going to cancel out your disadvantage.
Just a single dice?
Yep. And Jade is going to take off again at his low cakewalk. For the purposes of this, Eula, go ahead and roll Jake's stealth approach. You're going to roll it twice. The first time is for him getting down and getting around the perimeter. The second time is for him to get around the other side of the camp.
Clear dice is first. Multicolored dice is second.
Okay.
First one is a 20.
Okay.
Second one is a 19.
Damn.
Wow.
You're rolling.
Rolling.
Jade's,
better.
not me.
Before you can even look up Mira, he is gone. He is out of sight, and you see the movement in foliage before there's no sign of him. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna find his siblings.
Okay. Because you've seen where they are, you're going to go ahead and make a stealth check to see if you can get to them.
9.
Ah, yeah. Now you're with us. Now you're one of us.
One of us.
As you jump down, you don't realize that it's as high as it is, and you smash into the ground.
You hear, yeah, something over there.
I thought it was over here.
Maybe not. No, check over here. Come.
And they start to make their way towards you. They're not moving too fast, but they are definitely bearing down on your position. I need you to make an athletics check to see if you can move quickly.
Acrobats.
7.
You are not able to get through the thicket of woods. You're trying to, but you're caught on some of your own clothing, and it's too dense and thick to get through it. Allie, Nesrin, Eula, you start to hear this sound of something struggling in the woods just to your right and off a bit. And you can hear a number of the kobolds and humans starting to make their way into the space where you hear this sound. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to, because I'm an idiot and I hadn't done my spells. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation because I do have it, and I'm not a Laura. Jesus. And so directionally speaking, where is this to me? Right,
in
left,
front
over
of
to
you
north,
is
south?
where the clearing is. To your right is where you hear the sound of what you think is the small animal that is kind of struggling,
Okay.
and it seems to be where some of the kobolds and humans are evacuating to.
And I don't know what it is, correct?
You don't know what it is. Yeah, you don't know what that is.
So that I'm going to cast Prestidigitation, and I'm going to cause a sparkle of just lights and sparks in that direction to get their attention to go that way.
To send it toward the
Yes.
sound that you're hearing?
Yes, because
Okay.
I don't know that's
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
And
You thought I was bad, Mira.
So you're hearing?
I don't know it's them. I'm just playing that way it is. And so,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
that's your
say Valley.
that's a
so
cantrip, yeah?
That's a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to I was going to do a big little gust of wind and scurry some leaves around and just make it more fluffy over in that direction.
All right. So as you do this,
Come, now, here, we got him.
as more of the cultists and the kobolds are moving into that space where you heard the small injured creature. Mira, go ahead and make another check to see if you can get free from what you're caught on.
6.
Now, is that with your bonus?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, man. As
He's
I'm
trying.
standing there in the woods, I rolled a 13 on that last stealth check.
On that
I don't know if I
stealth
said
check.
that. Yeah.
You're quiet and you can't be heard, but you can start to hear all of this commotion. You can start to hear the sound of the wind, voices that do not sound like your siblings moving in a general direction more towards you. At the same time, you start to hear what sounds like the high-pitched voice of the female the creature you just saw.
And it's as far as I know, Jade is still with her.
As far as you know, Jade is still with her.
Okay, I'm going to move towards them.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check just to
Sweet.
get through it. All right, let me ask you this: are you trying to do this quietly? Or are you just barreling in? I made that assumption, and I shouldn't have.
Does Lapis really ever do anything quietly?
That's
You
what I
made a
thought.
correct assumption.
You made a correct assumption.
So she
You were
barrels
correct, sir.
into the space.
I was gonna
Go ahead and
say-
make an athletics check.
I was gonna say my athletics are like over double what my stealth is. 15.
Lapis is starting to barrel through, using her glaive to kind of cut things out of the way. Mira is struggling, trying to get free of the vines and trees. I need Mira alone to roll initiative.
Oh, yee.
Welcome to the game.
Oh,
Yeah, welcome.
God.
Oh, crap. I was just, okay.
That means you're going to fight.
14.
All right.
Good job, Mira.
That's not bad.
Okay. Well, guess who just rolled a 4?
Suck
That's,
it, kobolds.
that was sucky.
And Mira, kobolds are like little tiny dragon creatures.
Gotcha.
They're a little dumb.
They're like not cute mooshoos.
Oh,
Hate them. They are like not cute mooshoos.
Sorry, Mira.
Exactly right.
I don't know you.
I
We
get
don't
it.
even know you're there.
I get it. I'm trying to rescue you guys at some point too.
I
Did we
appreciate it,
notice
but I
if
don't
they're
know.
wearing or have the dragon masks?
You haven't
Not the
seen anything
kobolds.
because you haven't seen anything because you were down too low. The kobolds are that stuck his head through isn't wearing any armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna imagine that I'm gonna kind of gesture to Ali and Eula and like say, "Let's hightail it back." I mean, I don't know if I would stick around for the ruckus. I think it's just an animal, so like, have at it.
Okay.
Lapis is about to bust through.
I know
Yeah.
that's the best part, though.
All right.
Stumbling out.
I need you to make a perception check for Jade, Eula.
12.
Okay. Jade is hearing all of the sound, and he understands something has gone wrong, and starts to make his way through the camp as stealthily as he can, and is going to see if he can find anything or anyone in the camp. Go ahead and make a perception check for him, and I'll get back to you. Your initiative was what now?
14.
Okay. So, one of the kobolds breaks through, seeing you kind of restrained by these limbs and leaves.
Yo! Gotcha!
And it comes after you. Because you're stuck, you're going to have to take at least one round of action to get cut free, to get whatever your weapon you want, and see if you can't get yourself cut free.
Okay. Do I do this with my weapon?
Up to you.
Okay, yes.
How would you like to approach that?
All right, I'm going to pull out the dagger.
Okay.
And
Go ahead and
then
make an
roll
attack.
and make a, is that right?
Yeah, for now we'll just keep it theater of the mind.
Okay. I'm pulling out my dagger and cutting myself free, cutting
Okay.
the garments if I need to. And then I'm ready to attack him if I need to.
So go ahead and make an attack roll on the limbs.
19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage. 4.
Okay. You do 4 points of damage. It is just enough to break through, and it releases you. It releases your clothing. However, you're still in the same location. You could move, but it's very rough terrain. So you would only have about 15 feet of movement.
I do. I want to run.
All right. So that'll get you about 10 feet away from this kobold who is entering the space with you. It comes upon you, moving its full 10 feet, 15 feet to get to you, and it's going to attack you with its dagger. And I'm gonna roll that here. That's 23 to hit. And your armor class is 14, right?
Yes.
So that hits you. And he's going to swing his dagger at you just as you're escaping, trying to catch the back of your leg, which he does. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage across the back of your leg. And so you're going to take your hit points down by 6 points.
Hear her cry out.
Yeah, can we hear that? Or is it still like a little animal?
Do you cry out?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, I would assume that you hear her. You're close enough that you hear the sound of.
Can we tell that
a
it's a
female-
humanoid?
You can.
Am I close enough to hear her as well?
Oh yes, you hear her for sure. You definitely hear her. But, it takes this piercing damage across the back of her leg. What would you like to do, Mira?
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna try and stab him back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yes.
How big is this guy?
He's about your height actually.
Okay.
Relatively thin, very ratty, piece-mailed armor, a crappy dagger. Doesn't look like a great fighter.
With damage to my leg, I don't think I'm gonna be able to run either, or run it fast. So
You'd still have your same 30 feet, but you're injured, and it's gonna definitely hinder your progress.
So I'm gonna attack.
Get him, Mira, get him.
Go for it.
14.
14 hits.
Woohoo!
Roll damage.
4.
Okay. Okay. And it's 4 points of damage because he's kind of come through a hole. There's not much room for these other ones to get through, but you're seeing additional faces of kobolds looking through this space and starting to build up there. That takes it to his turn. Rich pulls back, having been slashed as he's moving towards you.
Can we enter?
Yeah.
We know something's happening. Somebody's hurting
I
a
was gonna
person.
say I'm running towards it.
My understanding was that you were heading toward the out, or at least Nesrin was.
Am I allowed to use my bonus action and then attack and dash?
You absolutely can.
Getting disengaged too.
Yeah.
You could disengage to keep from getting a attack of opportunity, because if you leave the space he's in, he's going to sweep at you as you move. But you could absolutely disengage from him.
And I was running towards the sounds.
Yep, you are. You are.
Just let me know when I get close enough.
At this point, 12 seconds has gone by.
That's fine. Just let me know when I can get in the fight.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that we kind of pause, try to evaluate the situation. I mean, if it's just seconds, we obviously are just kind of standing there for a minute trying to figure it out, right?
What are you doing? Because my understanding was you said I assume that I'm not
Well, I
going to stay
kind
here
of
for the
gestured
ruckus,
to
and
everybody,
you
like,
don't
let's
know.
go, but we never really decided if we were going. Yeah, we heard a scream.
Then we heard the
So we
scream
never really got to
humanoid
exit.
verse.
going, what the
Voice.
hell was that?
So what are you wanting to do?
I think I personally, it was just, I'm kind of gathering information and trying to figure out what the situation is.
Okay.
I definitely know it's a humanoid.
Give me a second. Let me deal with what she's doing. If you guys want to have that conversation, you can play that out.
Okay.
So you disengage from the kobold, who doesn't get an attack of opportunity, but it is his turn to move. And you having hit it and realize that you're actually something to be concerned with, he's going to take the dodge action and step out from you. And just as that happens, you hear the sound of movement as Lapis breaks through.
Boom, 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 boom.
Lapis, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
Are we able to see Lapis yet?
No.
Okay.
You guys are close enough that you can hear her, but you can't see her through this thicket of wood.
Okay.
19.
All right. Lapis, you're up.
I'm gonna do, and I see the kobold. Yes. Or am I
Yes,
just
yes.
okay?
As you walk into space, you
I'm
can
gonna
see it.
just swing right at his head with my glaive.
All right. Roll the attack at disadvantage.
14. 20.
20 hits.
I thought so.
And roll damage.
Let's see. I'm a glaive roll. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm just swinging my glaive at his head.
Okay.
I'll take his head off if I can.
You're running through the woods, swinging this glaive as you go, not even taking a notice. One hand across this kobold who has already taken 4 points of damage. The head, clean off its body, flies into the air.
We see the head.
As
That's what I do.
as the body remains in the space that it was taking up and makes it a bottleneck. What would you like to do?
Do I see Mira?
You do.
I'm going to look at her and look around for Jade and turn to her. Where is he? Where's Jade?
He went to distract on the other side so we could get your brothers and sisters out.
What is going on? I didn't see anything that was down there. What are we facing?
You hear the
Quickly.
sound of movement and go this way, this way. So now you're starting to hear that there are more than just kobolds. There are humans. The numbers of bodies are starting to move quicker and quicker. What's happening over there with the three of you?
You had Jade roll a perception check. He rolled a 14, just so you know.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for Jade. And an athletics check for him.
A 14 for stealth. And a 13 for athletics.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Mira and say, are you able to fight?
Yes.
Then we fight. Do we have a way to get to Allie and Eula? Do we know that they're down there?
You could keep moving forward directly in the direction that Mira was headed away, or you can go back the way you came, which is to get out of the woods. It's just up to you.
Lapis always moves towards the action, so.
Okay. So getting her by the hand, you're making your way through this dense population of trees and shrubbery and bushes. Go ahead and make an athletics check, Lapis. Just to cut through this foliage.
25.
The glaive swinging, just kind of like a weed whacker, and moving trees and foliage out of your way. You're climbing through. You've got your hand on this human girl. When you pull through the space, you discover moving in your direction, Eula.
And I as well. I don't run. I do not.
If Eula would go, I would begrudgingly follow.
Assholes.
Okay. Lapis and Mira meeting with Eula as she is followed by Nesrin and Allie. What would you like to do?
Lapis, are we doing this?
Of course. Jade's in there somewhere. This is Mira. Just met her. Her and Jade went to scope out the camp. Mira, what do you know? What did you see?
There's quite a few of them, at least 4 or 5.
But Jade's out there somewhere.
He was going around to make a distraction on the other side so you all could get out.
Great plan, by the way.
Well, we don't leave him.
Well, now it's time to get Jade out.
Damn.
As the kobolds are making their way back into the open clearing, you push into the hole through which the first kobold looked over at Allie to find kobolds and cultists moving in on your position, bursting through. You see no sight of Jade, but you do see a fight ahead of you. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, that's right, because he's on the other side.
Okay.
I'll roll. Let's see here.
19 for me.
Okay.
4.
Who is for? Eula?
Mirabelle.
Oh, that was Mirabelle?
Was that with your initiative bonus?
I rolled a 1.
23.
This is 23. Lapis is 19.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Moving.
Allie?
16. Hey, I made a double digit.
And let's see here. Eula?
13.
13. All right, let me roll these guys. Plus, I'm going to come in at, because you guys are kind of coming one at a time through this opening. It's not big enough for you all to get through at the same time. So you'll have to move to clear space for the other 3 to get in. All right. Nesrin, you're up.
Yes. I'm going to stay in that front of the hole for right now. 18. I'm going to cast. Does 18 hit? Yes.
18 would hit either one of those.
Okay.
Who are you attacking?
I'm going to attack the 2 in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Magic Missile. And this first one right here, I'm going to have all 3 darts hit him.
Roll damage.
And that will be 11.
Okay. You release these projectiles, boom, just blowing right through this this humanoid figure, blowing right through him. He flies into the embankment of trees that is just directly behind him, knocking him off his feet and making the other creatures entering the space take notice. What else would you like to do?
And then I'm going to just duck out of the side, but I'm going to stay back, but allow the hole to open up. That's possible. Yeah, there we go. That was Roxmar, my friend.
Okay. So you're going to move kind of around this perimeter.
I'm kind of trying to take shelter behind the rocks, so to speak, kind of using the woods and the enclosure as hiding. I don't want to stay out in the open.
With your 30 feet, you can make that move around and duck behind the rocks. It's going to give you about half cover.
Okay, that works.
That takes us to Lapis.
I am going to move to that one closest to me. I'm going to swing that glaive.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
That is a 12. 12 to hit.
12 just hits. Roll damage.
Sweet.
That's
Thank
a
God.
cultist you're up against.
Let's see, and that is a 7 points of damage.
All right. You swinging your glaive in a wide arc. He's trying to step back, but is just not able to get out of the reach of this pole-armed weapon. And though he is not dead, he's very badly injured.
Whoop.
That takes us to the cultist actions.
I was going to say, can I use... no, I'm going to wait on that. Never mind.
Okay.
I only get to use that once.
So the cultists are going to come in on Lapis.
Damn it.
And into this, the second cultist is going to come into the space to where Allie is. Those are both 14 to hit.
14?
14.
That would be a miss.
That's a big miss on me.
Scimitars flying through the air, and they're just didn't realize that they were such a large group of people. They thought that they were up against this small humanoid girl, and they miss their attacks. That takes us to Allie.
So one just attacked me. It's a human, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I will give him a couple of slashes with the scimitars. That would be a 13 for the first slash.
13 hits.
Okay. And 7 points of damage for that slash.
Okay.
And then one more slash. Will be an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 for that slash.
Is that your offhand attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's only
This is
one
the
point
same
of-
guy, yes?
Yeah. Just 1 point more slash.
1 point of damage?
Yeah.
Both hands, scimitar swinging across in an X. He's moving back his shoulders as he's taking this slashes across his chest. He is very badly injured.
And I'm just going to give a shit-eating grin and just say, keep one alive for questioning. And that's
Good.
my turn.
As you're doing this, the kobolds themselves see all of this activity and one giant group take off running into the woods, getting themselves out of harm's
Damn
way.
it.
As Eula is up.
Okay, so that cluster of folks right there, are they running?
Yes.
Damn it.
There are one or two still visible, but for the large part, these guys are escaping and getting
Are
out
they
of there.
headed?
The humans,
Are they
however,
headed to the north or the south?
they are headed to the south.
Okay. So I'm gonna step forward, and the one that's attacking Allie, I'm gonna hold up my hand, bring it down, and cast Toll the Dead, and that is
Okay.
a DC 17 Wisdom save.
That is that's a 16 plus 0.
Okay, he saves. That's it.
Does he?
Yep.
I thought you said it was DC
No,
17.
14.
14. Okay. Then yeah, he saves.
That's all.
Okay. He shakes off this sound of this bell as Mira, you're up. Just so you know, the cultist that Ali is fighting looks very badly injured. The cultist that remains in the space just a little deeper looks very badly injured.
At this point, everybody else has run, correct?
All of the kobolds have run, or are running.
So, so how many we have
You've got
left?
these two cultists that you're up against.
Two.
Are they fast?
Not particularly. They've mostly stood their ground. The kobolds are pretty fast.
Okay, so I'm not going to outrun a kobold. I'm not going to be able to chase one.
You'd have to chase off into the woods.
The one Ali is fighting is very...
Both of these two cultists look very badly injured. I mean, they've got blood running down their robes, their masks
So
are
at
half
this
hanging
point,
off.
I don't need to fight anymore. I can help. Is that right? Help?
Sure. Sure.
Who needs help the most at this point?
Well, Allie's taking on one, and Lapis looks like she's going to be taking on the other.
But it hasn't hit
just
me yet.
Do we have one we can tie up? I don't even know if that's an action I can do right now. But
So you could attack him and make it non-lethal?
so, could I use the butt of my dagger?
Sure, I'd say you could do that. Go ahead and roll if you want to. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
Can we make that our catchphrase? Hill Garden children, we like to kidnap and torture.
Apparently,
Just a 9
with the 5.
with the 5.
She turns her dagger around. Mira turns her dagger around and pops this guy towards the face, who he takes it. He's actually hit in the face, but it just kind of disturbs him. He kind of shakes his head back.
Is this the one that's fighting me?
Yes.
Okay.
Takes his head back, shakes it off, looks at you. No, I'm sorry, doesn't look at you and say that. He looks at you and says, "What the hell?" like he's got that almost about to cry, but there's no blood from it. And just as he looks up,
Supposed to do more damage.
he looks up at you like, "What the hell?" And it's Nesrin's turn.
All right. I am going to, because they're all pretty far away, going to just cast Firebolt, because I have a feeling I'm going to need my spells. Natural 20.
Woo!
Firebolt.
Double those dice,
which one?
baby.
It's just a cantrip.
Okay.
But I get to double it. I was like, if I get to double it.
Yeah. No, I just said on which creature?
The one's closest to me in range.
Okay, the one against Ali and Mira. The one
yes,
who's
the
got
one that just got
irritated nose.
popped in the face. His nose. And the one with the really red swollen nose.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm very menacing.
18.
You are very menacing.
18.
18
'Cause
points
it's
of
double.
damage?
Yeah. Yes, because it was on a 10, 1d10,
Oh my god.
and I rolled a 10 and I rolled an 8.
All
So
right.
18. Wait, do I get the +1? Do I get 2 +1s on that? No, I don't get the +1. That was on my magic missiles. On my bat. Sorry.
No. However, you extend both hands out. The firebolt flies into the cultist, whose robes ignite with flame. So much so that Mira and Ali both have to back up as it is eviscerated and destroyed. Lapis, you're up.
So I've got the guy in front of me is pretty badly hurt, right?
Pretty badly injured.
I'm gonna swing my glaive at his legs because I know we need to keep one alive.
Did you like doing that?
And no, this is with the pointy end. We're just gonna take off the legs.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
He'll live. He could potentially live without
Daniel,
legs.
son, you have forgotten the teachings. Go for it. Roll your attack.
He can live without legs. Oh, I guess with my bonus, that's a 8.
In a moment that almost seems like deja vu, you take the sharp end of your glaive, sweeping it toward the legs, and the cultist, badly injured, just hops up over them, back on the ground, back onto the ground. And as he does this, he looks at you and Mira kind of look at each other like, hey, that just happened. The cultist is going to act. He steps towards Mira. and is going to take the attack on her. And as he does that, you all hear, "Wait. I wouldn't do that if I were you." As Jade enters the clearing with a cultist in front of him, his staff pulled in front of the cultist, the two of them walking to the clearing. "You will not win this fight. Tell us what we need to know, and we will let you live." And the group of you look to see Jade with his own hostage as the remaining cultist drops his weapon and hangs his head.
I'm going to use that bonus action. No, I'm just kidding.
Christ
Jesus
almighty.
Christ.
You're not kidding.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Mira knows exactly who this group of people is. Oh, they're killers. I've signed on with killers.
Just Lapis. It's really...
Okay. If we can bind these guys up, I have a spell that might help us.
Okay. Does anybody have a rope with them?
Let me check my
I
equipment.
might.
I think I do.
I don't. But can I say to Mira, because this is the first time I've interacted with her, who the hell are you?
I have 50 feet of rope.
I'm Mira.
I have rope, but I'm not going to do it.
And does somebody start tying these guys up?
Oh, I'm happy to do that.
I just sit down and kind of watch while I file my nails.
Well, nice to meet you, Mira. What the hell are you doing here?
Who's the girl next door?
I'm looking for my family. I was traveling with them, and we were set upon by people. And when I woke up, everyone was gone.
Are you sure they just don't like you and left you?
Jesus, Nessie.
It's just a question.
We stick around with you.
They haven't left me for this part of my life, so I believe they like me enough.
Oh, that's good.
The cultists are being rounded up and tied up by Lapis, assisted by Jade, and both forced to sit down on the ground. Their wounds are pretty extensive, but they'll live.
Okay, guys. What do we want to know?
Who's going to torture and maim them?
We don't need to do that.
My eyes perk up.
Lapis?
Very well.
Finish my conversation with Mira and just walk away after having nothing else to say to her.
Well, that sounds great. Okay.
Okay, fine. And I'd go over and join them. And
I can get answers, guys.
I want answers.
Mira, do you think these are the people who came upon your family?
I don't know. I don't think these are the people, but they might know something about the ones who are.
How many family members are you missing?
3. My mother, my father, and my sister.
Do any of you know anything about a mother, a father, and a sister? I say it towards the cultists.
Tell me what they look like.
I mean, they look like me.
Like the family next door?
Mm-hmm.
I push Nessie pretty hard.
I
Make
just
a strength
chuckle and
check,
kind of
Eula.
back away.
Okay. That's a minus for me. A 6.
I give you a playful bump back.
just no, go ahead and make a either a strength or dexterity check, Nesrin.
Oh, okay. That's not my strong suit either. So you want me to do dex or strength?
Up to you.
Oh, we're doing dex. 21 dex.
Okay. She pushes into you, and you kind of shift your shoulder so that it takes her a little bit off her balance. And though she doesn't fall, she goes past you by a couple of feet.
Straighten my jacket. Straighten my hat.
Can I knock her hat off when I go through?
Yeah.
Just to be a turd.
You lift your hand and hit the hat that's on the top of her head. It falls back into the dirt.
You dropped your hat.
Pick up my hat. I dust it off. I jam it back on my head. And then I say to everybody but Nessie, all right, guys, I'm going to cast my spell. We have 10 minutes. And I turn to the 2 cultists and I cast Zone of Truth. So they have a DC 14 charisma save.
Ooh, I've always wanted somebody to do this spell.
Well, that's a 4.
So
So not so much.
here's the deal, DM. They know a spell has been cast on them. They cannot speak a deliberate lie to me, but they needn't say anything if they choose not to.
Well,
Gotcha.
Oh, I can make him say stuff.
Okay. So they sit a little bit glassy-eyed, but they're attentive.
Where's the rest of your group?
Do they have to answer everybody?
They won't respond. They won't respond to anybody but me.
Oh, where's the rest of their group?
All right, guys. Where's all the rest of y'all?
They have finished their duties and have returned
Returned where?
to the camp.
Where's the camp?
Where's the camp?
One remains silent as the other says, to the south, near the Amnian border.
Okay.
How many people are at the camp?
How many people are at the camp?
And they try to resist.
When they resist, I'm going to kick one of them in the back. Answer her.
Lapis, be cool.
He pushes forward. The raiding party will have returned by now. Plus, all the hostages we've taken.
How many hostages?
How many hostages?
I don't know. There will be some at the camp, others with the rear guard.
Ask him if there's dragons.
How many more dragons besides the blue one?
And the one who you've kicked shakes his head and neither speak.
I'm going to give him just a little nudge. Just a little nudge. Not like a full-on kick, just a little nudge.
I know nothing of the dragons. Only that one would accompany us on our raid in Greeness.
You mentioned the camp and the rear guard. The camp is at south of Armbers. What was that again?
Armenia?
South of the Amnian border, the
Amnian border.
the town of Amn.
Where are you going next?
They will regroup. I do not know the orders from there. They need to find out how much we've amassed.
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge?
I serve under Langdadrosa Cyanrath and the lady Fulam Mondath.
Ain't nobody called Beth, huh?
Does she have purple robes? The lady.
Does she have purple robes?
She's aware of purple.
I need to know more about the hostages.
Tell me what you want me to ask them.
I need to know if my family's there.
That doesn't help me. They're not going to know who your family is.
Can they describe them?
All right, listen. Bad guys, this lovely lady here is missing her family. Do you know any people who were taken who look similar to her?
The family next door.
And they both kind of look down at the ground, not looking up. The one makes a noise, and the other one instantly puts his head down, trying not to look at her.
I'll grab the back of their head, their hair, and pull their head up. Answer her.
And they're forced to look up into Mira's face. I've never seen you before. How would I know? I don't know your family.
Mira, I need more.
Where was the location that your family was last seen?
What is your family?
Ask them if they're familiar with the Jade Flame.
Do you bad guys know the Jade Flame?
Gave us orders there. He ordered some of the men to burn it to the ground. Oh, they took a family. They couldn't find a girl. Hostages. He, wealthy man. They would make an example of him.
Is that your father, Mira?
Is he alive?
Is he alive?
I don't know.
They made an example of him. What did they do?
He will be worked. He will be like the others. And Jade speaks up. Have you seen an elven monk?
Have you seen an elven monk?
I do not know all the hostages. The rear guard will be...
Are you part of the rear guard?
How can we infiltrate the camp without being seen?
How can we infiltrate the camp without being seen?
And they shake off the last remnants of the spell as they kind of fall collapsed, breathing heavy.
Who's going to kill them?
And stare up at the group of you. The one who delivered most of the information glares at Mira, spits onto the ground, the blood issuing from
How
his
many
mouth.
are in the rear guard?
They say nothing.
I'm not allowed to really hurt them. I will.
Thanks for telling us what you know. Lapis?
I raise my hands.
No. Jade,
Yes.
why should we let these people live? They've committed a great evil.
I do not know. And he looks at Mira. This place, this Jade, its name is like mine. What would you have us do?
We have to find them. We have to find them. We have to stop them. I have to get my family back.
And what of these two?
Can I kick one of them right now? Just kick them.
Absolutely.
Lapis picks one up.
Make a. Let me ask you this: are you concerned about their well-being, or is it just pure anger?
It's pure anger, and also I don't have a lot of strength, so.
But they are
Won't do
restrained.
Okay. Yeah,
They are
that's
restrained, and I'm holding one up
That's
for
true.
the.
Yeah, but it just occurred to me you literally have zero damage that you do with unarmed strike. So yes, you just kick him. And as injured as he is, he falls. The one that you kick falls forward and just lays on the ground, and he chuckles to himself.
Lapis,
Yes, Eula,
will you make it fast?
I can.
Make it fast.
I take out my dagger and quickly slice across both their throats.
And the bodies fall to the ground.
You didn't even let them say their last prayers.
As Jade looks up at the group of you, Shake nods his head in understanding, but he walks away.
Do I know anything about this or have heard about the Jade Tower?
It's no.
Okay.
No.
Then I turn to Mirabelle and say, "What's this Jade Tower?"
The Jade Flame?
Sure.
I've seen these people before. I've seen them at the Jade Flame. It was an inn.
Why is it so important to them?
It's where they used to meet.
Your family's in?
Yes.
Were you part of the religion?
The religion?
Do you follow the same God as them?
No.
So you just hosted their church, I take it?
We welcomed everyone.
Yeah.
What town is this? Where's the Jade Flame at?
The city of coin.
Which is where their camp is, right?
Mm-hmm. It's close to the Amnian border, yes.
Were your parents cultists?
No.
Just innkeepers.
Innkeepers.
But you knew what they were.
Innkeepers?
No, I mean, the people you were hosting, you knew what they were.
They always seemed cordial.
Do they seem cordial now?
Well, most killers do. Lapis is pretty cordial sometimes.
Huh.
She's never cordial, and that's enough out of you guys. Mira, I'm really sorry. And if there's anything we can do to help you get your parents back, I'm not going to speak for these jerks, but I'll help you.
Thank you.
Jade steps up. He has a staff in his hand. I am Jade. I am the son of Seraphimia Hillgarden. And as a Hillgarden, I try to do what is right. That is how my mother would choose for me to behave. You helped me with my siblings, and I will help you. Where shall we go? He looks to Eula, but he does not look around beyond that. He keeps his gaze on Mira. Lead the way.
We go.
Were they wearing any masks?
These two were not wearing masks.
Loot the bodies, Daddy.
That's what I was getting ready to do, but I want to look for any information first.
Info first, then money.
And as you do this, Jade sits down on one of the logs nearby and sort of looks to you, Mira and Eula. And do you follow him?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he begins to sit with you and map out a course of action, telling you that he believes that this rear guard will be a significantly stronger and more organized force, and that his guess is the longer you wait, the harder it will be to, one, either take them down and two, make your way into the camp. But as he's talking with you, with the two of you, make an insight check at advantage, Eula. Straight check for you, Mira.
22.
18.
Okay. It's clear to you both that he's angry. And as he is talking with you, you both notice these little adjustments happening on his face. There's not transformations, but his eyes will change. His mouth will change, and then his eyes will return. His nose will change. It's almost like he is in the midst of a transformation, but it's not fully manifesting itself. And that is where we'll end our session.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Ah!
Woo!
Cool, guys. Susan Riley.
Yeah.
Hi.
You did great.
You're so much fun to play with. And this is for our first session. And we're still finding our rhythm, but to bring in a guest player who came with the thunder
I just love
already,
how you
that's
are,
great.
Mira, by the way.
Yeah, you are.
And you'll probably be with us for a while.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Susan, we want you to
Good
come
stuff.
back.
Come
Yes.
back, Susan. Come back.
Anytime you need me.
Having said all of this, we want you guys to be kind, stay safe, have fun, and play the role.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow. Cats playing guitars.
Welcome to the family, Mirabelle.
Mirabelle.
We should hook Mirabelle and Highland up.
Oh, that would be a cute couple.
Say what, huh?
Highland's already in love with you, Ness.